Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Scott with Keeping It Real Bass Fishing. Thank you for joining. Appreciate all our followers, subscribers, I should say. If you ain't a subscriber, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. Let us know that you're keeping up with what we're doing and liking the content we're putting out there. We're just doing this for fun and trying to help you brother fishermen out there, especially the younger folks that are just learning to bass fish, and anybody as far as that goes, just learning to bass fish or trying to pick up a tip or two. We want to thank our sponsor, Bounty Hunter Baits. We appreciate Larry and his organization there sponsoring Keeping It Real Bass Fishing, and we appreciate you. And we want to actually dedicate this video to Bounty Hunter Baits, and we want to talk about this company, and I want to tell you how to get their products and ways you can check out their information and everything and stuff. But before we do that, I just want to go over and show you some of the plastics that we have, and they offer and make, and they're local. They're right here in Grant, Alabama. And some good people. You can good pricing and really good plastics. I'm telling you, this particular one we're looking at, the camera might not fuzz up on it. Get too close. If you can see them, it's called watermelon red. It's watermelon seed or color with the red flake in it. You can see it there. And that way you can get a good look at it. I've used this. I've just did a video where we used the stick bait. They call it stick bait, but actually it's like a Senko, I guess, for copyrights and all that. They can't use the same name as Senko, but it looks like a Senko and works just like a Senko. I like this. There's actually the ones he makes better than I've tried Zoom and Z-Man and I can't even think half of them. There's a bunch of them out there. I've tried a bunch of different ones, and I like this one better than I do any of them. And preferably, you should try it. You see what you think. And being that, not just the color, I'm talking about it. It feels good in your hand. You can tell the buoyancy on it is more balanced. When I throw this thing in the water fishing, it say a wacky rig. When that thing falls, it falls slow. It don't fall real fast, and it don't just float. It falls slow. It kind of does this, and you can watch it go down, and you can put a heavier hook on it, or you could put if you're like me, I use braid just about on everything I throw, but I put a small swivel on and put a leader on, usually 10 to 12 pound test fluorocarbon, and we're about 1.5 foot and sometimes 2 foot leader, depending on what I'm throwing. And so it's got a little weight from the hook and that swivel in it, but not much. So it doesn't really get it off balance, and it doesn't help make it fall too fast. I really like it. You should try it. This is just one color. Got other colors as well. I'll show you. Some other colors. There's this one's called, well, obviously this is green pumpkin. Now he's got tons and tons of colors. These are just some I just wanted to show you that they got black. And some of this one called smoke blue. pretty awesome. Different than what you see in some of the other ones. This one's called Pink Blue Flake. Thought it would be good in the spring. They'd be good anytime. Guys eat about anything when they're hungry. And the good old June bug. You can't beat June bug. Good old June bug. That's a good color. And of course, the one we would destroy. I mean, what I was just showing you is the watermelon red. And these are, we've got some different style worms that he has, and these worms, I want to show you what's different about these worms. I can get it open. What do you see that's different? Now this color is a June bug. June bug it's my favorite. I catch more bass on June bug than I do about any color there is. It's the tail. Remember I was telling you from before. You see how I have to hold it so it stays where it has, it's like a U. It's a different kind of tail, and he's got these, and then we got some other ones. The great thing about these, Larry's bounty hunter base. He's only one that's got this patent. He's got a patent on that tail, and the other companies can't make that or copy that tail. And that's a good thing. So if you like me, I like to try different things and new things if I feel like it's something that I know fish will eat. And bass will, eat worms. They eat worms all the time. So with that presentation, it's a different presentation than what most worms, have the ribbon tail or the little hook tail. They even come out now with some with paddle tail. Then you have your regular straight in finesse worms, and then you have your your Senko worms. Everybody copies each other making those. You got all the different companies making them. Some better, some of them you get more in a bag. Some of them different sets. Some of them last longer. They don't break or tear up as easy. So you guys know what I'm talking about. So you experiment a little bit with all the different brands to find out, which ones you seem to be work better or more economical. So you're not having to keep buying them because they keep tearing up every time you catch fish. You use. I like a worm I can where catch 4 or 5 fish on them more before I had, or even more than that. 10 fish, whatever, before I had to even think about replacing it. And so that's one thing about worms, and these seem to be really good worms. I've used them I've used them on a couple of different fishing trips, and I've caught fish, using them both trips. Had missed fish, You know, definitely was wanting it. You know, in different colors and different styles of bait. I mean, different worms. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. This one here, it seems to be a good color. This one here, this is the same worm. And it's got that U-tail. And there's 10 in this bag, and it's a 6-inch worm. That June bug I showed you was 6-inch as well. This one's just watermelon red, just like that Cinco or stick bait I was showing you. It's that same color. It's with that watermelon seed and red flake. And that color, for some reason right now, being the water being the color it is, and all the bass that I'm catching, they seem to like that color. So, and then, you know, we've got this is called Smoke Blue. Same worm. He's got, I could say, tons and colors. I mean, I could sit here and show you all the colors. He has, you know, a website, Bounty Hunter Baits. .com. You can go on the website and look at their products. Also, you can go to their Facebook page, Bounty Hunter Baits. Just look them up on Facebook. Got a great Facebook page, you know, and you'll see some, you know, Larry's wife is on there, you know, doing some fishing and fish they caught, a bunch of other people, and they got information on there too about their products and pricing's on there, and you know, how to order it and so forth. And even on their website tells you that as well. Their address, if you want the address, so you can go by their. You might want to call him first. The number is 256-505-8895. That's 256-505-8895, and they're located at 1580 Swearingen, that's Swearingin Road in Grant, Alabama, 35747. You can go by there. They have a shop there with all the bait and tackle in it. They have their products also in some different tackle stores, and you can go on their Facebook page and you'll find and see that information as well, and I'll try to post some of that stuff on here as well. This is another style of worm. It's called a swindler. The curly tail worm is just actually green pumpkin with purple copper flake. It's just got that little hook. Trying to see where you can see it. You see it's got that hook. It's a different profile, different look. You know, sometimes that's all it takes. Bass can see the same thing over and over and over and over. You throw something that looks different, and it's all wham now. You win your tournament. I would use these. These are more like a finesse worm to me. Maybe finesse and even Carolina rigging. That may be a good worm for Carolina rigging. Might have to try that. I haven't tried it on Carolina rig yet. This one here, it's the same worm, but it's called Blue Flame, and it's blue. Now, you said, a lot of people are like, why you want to throw a blue worm for? Well, you'd be surprised. There's a couple lakes that I know of, this is the worm they want. And they eat it up, blue. And I've been told by some people that are smart, I mean, who study like bass and their behavior and, you know, like they just do, what's the word, of biologists, I guess is the right word. Anyway, a buddy of mine, he's up on all that. And he tells me that blue is the only color that keeps its color in the darkness or deep water. You know that when you get in dark, when you go down deep in water and it starts getting darker and all that the colors that whatever we're throwing, it kind of fades away and there really ain't no color. But he says blue holds true and stays blue the whole time. And why it makes a difference, I'm not really sure, but he swears up and down to me it does, and he does well fishing fish. He fishes a lot of tournaments and does good. I used to fish those tournaments, but I ain't got time for it anymore. Now, like I was telling you before, we've got all kind of colors. You just have to go on the website and you know, check it out. Your Facebook, you know, best thing to go on the web page, and there's tons of colors. Whatever color you want, they got it. And this is another worm. It's watermelon seed as well. It's another 6-inch worm. It's similar to the other one. But it's bigger. It's a good looking worm, almost like motor oil. Some of you guys may not know. It's like the other one, except the tail's bigger. This part here is a lot. You got more of it than that first one I showed you. And it's watermelon seed, but that color, if you can see it in that camera, I'll show it to you. And you can see that transparency through that. It reminds me of what we call motor oil. Now, you young fellas may not know what I'm talking about, but those guys been around a minute. Well, back in the day, we used to use that motor oil. That's what it was called. Back in North Carolina, we wore them out on that motor oil. You just don't see that color no more. But we caught a lot of fish on it, and that might be what he calls watermelon seed, but that's very close to motor oil. Just got the seed in it. Now here's a different type of worm. Now you've probably seen these. I think the other companies are making these now. I'm pretty sure I've seen them. I ain't never bought them, but I think I've seen them. And I ain't even never tried one. And I told Larry, well, we're gonna try them now. And old paddle tail, see ya? And this, you know, it's almost like a finesse worm. About the size of one. This is called Plum Crazy. I ain't tried it yet, but we're gonna try it. We're gonna try these all these different worms, and I know we're catching fish on different ones. I just ain't tried it yet. And bounty hunter baits, I'm telling you. A lot of people use them. If you go on their Facebook page, like I was telling you, and you'll see one. All the big bass, a lot of people are catching using these baits. Just for time's sake, we got these are crawls, and this one's called Mater sauce. That's Mater for you, red. You like red? These are good. These crawls ain't like you. Just like it ain't a speed crawl. These. From what I understand, these things they really look real good in the water. I hadn't thrown one yet, but from what Larry tells me, they got some videos on them. I think he got some on his Facebook page, how they look in the water. He tells me that most people are using them for these type of crawls. They're using them for flipping, which is what I'd use it for anyway. Flipping or maybe on the back of a jig, or even you can use it on the back of a spinner bait. Maybe it's kind of heavy for a spinner bait, but you could, or even a buzz bait. Yeah, like I say, he's got all kind of colors. I thought this one's pretty cool. It's called Crawdaddy. It's called Crawdaddy. And it's a different red. The other one was Mater. This one's called Crawdaddy. Red can be good, especially in the spring, early part of summer when there's a Crawdaddy. That running in that color. And I just like to say, you got the 3.5 inches. If you want to know the size, of 3.5 inches. It's a green pumpkin, purple copper flake. Did you see that? And then this one's just watermelon. This is watermelon red. And we got all the colors and many other colors. That's what I'm saying. You want to look through. It's so many colors. It's just like, just give me one of everything. And this is another green pumpkin. And these are lizards. I don't know if many people throw lizards anymore, but those bass still eat them. You get that up in there when you see them. And you say, what's so special about those lizards? Well, let me show you. The hands done got oily. Same as the worm. Look at the tail. Hold on a second. It's got that same tail. I have to hold it for you. It's got that the tail, how it curves up in that U, that patented, just like he has on the worm. And that it just got it has a different. I've seen it in the water, and it has a different look than the other worms. You know, it ain't drastically, totally just like blowing out of the water different, but it is different, and it gets off a different vibration. I think this color's a good one too. Check it out. I don't think that camera does it justice. That's called Black Red Flake. That's just, that get them right there. But yeah, we got them in June bug and black and blue, green pumpkin, watermelon, purple, blue, pink. All the flake colors, you name it. There's tons and tons of them. They don't like to go through all these colors. But it's and if you throw grubs, these are bass grubs for bass. You can catch stripers on these. You can catch those other fish on these things too. Look at that one. Ain't that pretty? That's a good color right there. Especially right now. I'm just telling you, it is. It's both of these are. This one here is called Purple Ape. I'm not ape. Purple Ape. I don't know where they come up with these names. Purple Ape, curly tail, 4-inch grubs. They look good. I had one tied on well, not this weekend because I was out of town, but a couple Saturdays ago, we were throwing it. I was experimenting with it, different colors and different rigs, and we're gonna figure it out. This one here's a good color as well, called Smoke Glitter. You can see that real good. It's a real good shad looking color. Depending on the shad or bait fish in your lake. And last but not least, he got tons of colors and so forth of your crappie baits. There's a lot of crappie fishermen out here. I know they are on all these lakes around here. And I hadn't done a lot of crappie fishing in a bunch of years, but I'm gonna get back into it, Lord willing, this year. We have some white ones. I'll show you some of the colors. But check this out. I hope I can show it to you in this camera. I'll just try to. These are really good ones. And the people are killing them on them. And see, it's got that long, skinny tail. Got all that good action on it. So you've got that was your white. These are called Oreo. Been told those are really good. I've been told these are really. This is called Monkey Milk. I've been told that this one's really good. So he sold me these. He sold so many of these he can't make them fast enough. Around here, I can believe it. And this one here's called Shimmer Shad. I guarantee you can tie one of these puppies on it with a little jig head and throw it out. And right now, the bass is schooling probably catch them. This is a good one. A lot of people use it around here. The chartreuse. Chartreuse pearl, it's called. And then you got Blue Ice and Purple 8. There you go, guys. It's just some of the colors. Just giving you a little preview of what they have. Bounty Hunter baits, guys. I really appreciate them sponsoring us. Like I said, my name's Scott with Keeping It Real Bass Fishing. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. And if you like the video, the content, hit that like button. Just wanted to talk to you about, you know, their particular baits that they have and that you kind of see in for yourself. And like I say, I highly recommend them. I use them myself, and a lot of other people do as well. And you can find them in some of the local tackle shops up around these neck of the woods, up here around Garnersville and Grant, and here at Huntsville and so forth. Where he lives in Grant, Alabama. That's where the shop's at. So, and like I say, you can look them up on Facebook at Bounty Hunter Baits, and also on the website. I'm getting tired, guys. It's bountyhunterbaits.com is the website. Is what I'm trying to get across, I guess, is what I'm trying to tell you. If you want to look them up, I gave you their address and their phone number. You know, just check them out. I'm sure they'd be glad to help you. But when you do, let them know, say, hey, Scott with Keeping It Real Bass Fishing, he was talking about you guys and showing us y'all's products, and he said for me to give you a call. And when you do, I promise you they'll give you a good deal. Okay? And we'll see you next time. Appreciate you joining. I'm Scott, Keeping It Real Bass Fishing. We'll see you next time. Until then, let's go get that big one.